What the hell are we supposed to use, man? Harsh language?
All right, so we got a trailer that dropped this past weekend at D23 for the Willow series. It's coming out on November 30th. Now, Marvin, I know you never saw the original Willow.
Absolutely not. I don't know.
Well,
high fantasy. I don't know if I really like high fantasy, but
this is a sequel to the movie of the same name from 1988 by Ron Howard. Great movie, written by George Lucas. Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer. We'll talk a little bit more about it.
How will you defeat us?
Same as last time. With my friends.
I think that shit looks good.
Mm-hmm. I think the trailer does look good. I just don't know. Like I said, I don't know how much of a fan I really am of high fantasy, I guess.
Well, you never saw Lord of the Rings.
Maybe
so.
That's why I never saw Lord of the Rings, because I'm not really that into
fantasy.
High fantasy. Yeah.
What is Game of Thrones?
That's some real shit. What do you mean?
And that's about as fantasy as you get, Marvin. Dragons and shit.
That's real gritty shit. There ain't no Disney shit.
Well,
Babies.
listen to me. The original movie, I mean, this is only Disney now because Disney owns LucasArts. So at the time of the original, this was not Disney.
Okay.
And this is a classic movie, Marvin. 7.2 on IMDb. Like I said, Ron Howard directing. George Lucas wrote it. Val Kilmer starring.
Yep.
Warwick Davis. The synopsis is a young farmer is chosen to undertake a perilous journey in order to protect a special baby from an evil queen. This show, as I said, seems to be a direct sequel of that. An unlikely group of heroes set off on a dangerous quest to places far beyond their home where they must face their inner demons and come together to save the world. We got Warwick Davis back, starring as Willow. We got some newcomers. A couple of people I recognize, most of which I don't. Two, particularly, Erin Kellyman, playing a character called Jade. She was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. She was the flag smasher leader. And Tony Revolori, who is, according to IMDb, currently unnamed, and he plays Flash Thompson in the Spider-Man trilogy, the MCU. And as Dusty mentioned in our podcast this week, Christian Slater is in the show in a currently unknown character. Role. And I guess, you also mentioned, I don't think we're going to be seeing Val Kilmer because of his health issues, unfortunately.
He was barely able to do Top Gun. Yeah,
very sad what happened to him. But yeah, no, I don't know. This looks pretty good. I'm definitely excited for it. In a world where it seems like remakes and rehashes and reboots and sequels are inevitable, this is one of those that I'm down for.
This is a universe they can expand upon and do well with.
For sure.
The fans will love it if they do it right. There's plenty of original characters there to make it happen. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Maybe I can thug it out and watch the original, or a little recap.
For our podcast
video,
we typically watch things all on our own. Sometimes Dusty and I watch together. Marvin, we need to watch. Actually, I don't know. I kind of like watching things on our own because then we go into the podcast episode sort of without knowing what other people think, or the three of us think. But Willow would be one I kind of want to watch with you. I want to see your reactions as we go through it, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, give it a try, Marvin. You never know unless you try, right? That's
true.
Famous.
That is true.
Adage. But I like the idea of this as a series because, as Dusty said, there's a lot of universe here that could be fleshed out and utilized. And I'm going to compare it to something like, Eternals with over in Marvel. Eternals was a movie that I think suffered because it's such an expansive story with so many characters. It literally fucking dates, like the story itself spans thousands and thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years. And they only had 2 hours or a little bit more, maybe. I forget what the runtime of that movie was, but
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours in which to do that with. And, you know, a series gives you much more room to flesh things out, and you get to sit with certain things way better. So I do like the fact that this is going to be a series.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of excited for this. I don't know. I don't really remember the original movie all that well. I know I saw it a few times when I was a kid, but I'm definitely going to have to go back and watch it now as an adult in preparation.
Willow finds a baby. The baby is chosen. He's chosen to take care of the baby, and he teams up with Val Kilmer's Mad Mardigan to protect the baby.
Well, those things I remember.
Yeah. Okay.
This came out in, 1988, right? And it's very reminiscent of other 80s high fantasy films. I was thinking Neverending Story.
Yeah, Neverending Story, sure.
And also one of my personal favorites as well, the Ridley Scott film Legend, starring Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And my boy Tim Curry is The Darkness.
Yeah, another good one.
These movies are all kind of... Marvin, have you seen any of these movies that we just named off? You never saw The Neverending Story? Oh my God.
Let me look it up. Let's see.
I don't know why I'm surprised. You haven't seen Star Wars.
Poor Falcor.
What is this? I've seen that little dragon dog looking thing before, I think.
Haven't you ever heard?
Falcor. You've seen him in a meme, Marvin.
Probably.
He was in Family Guy. There was a Family Guy scene with Falcor.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Have you never heard the name Atreyu?
It's a band, right?
It is a band.
Yes,
it's a pop punk band.
That's the only name I know.
But it's based off of the character from Neverending Story. The fearless
I've seen
hero
Labyrinth.
Atreyu.
I've seen Labyrinth.
That you've fucking seen.
With David Bowie, yeah.
An obscure fucking David Bowie.
That is not that obscure. What are you talking about?
I've seen that
From
movie
Marvin, it's obscure.
while on acid, actually.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
great.
yeah.
It's a good acid movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
that shit was crazy.
yeah, so Willow drops November. What did we say? November 30th?
Yes.
About a month and a half away.
Plenty of time for me to watch the original movie.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be watching this. I know, it sucks we got to deal with the week-to-week bullshit. But,
oh, is it?
I mean, it's Disney Plus, so,
shit.
they love doing that week-to-week shit. At least they do it with the Marvel stuff, I assume, and the Star Wars stuff. So I'd assume
Probably.
this will also be.
I don't know
weekly.
that they've ever released anything like as a whole series.
Right.
Why am I not seeing like well, I guess never mind. I am seeing it. I was looking at like the cast and crew, and I was wondering if Ron Howard was a part of it, but doesn't seem like he is. Unfortunately. But yeah, this should be cool. Looking forward to it. The three of us end up
it's a
watching
magic
it.
universe. Yeah, they got a lot of room to explore this story. Better CGI, bringing characters back, like I said. So this could be a story they can expand upon and do well with as far as like remakes and reboots.
Now,
I'm looking for.
That's a thing I would be worried about. What you just said, CGI, because if I remember correctly, the original Willow uses a lot of practical effects like puppetry and animatronics and stuff like that. And what we see obviously nowadays, it's obviously way better looking and more probably efficient. And I would assume maybe cost effective. As expensive as CGI is, I would imagine it's cheaper than doing practical effects. Sometimes these modern takes on older stuff tend to overuse CGI and forget that the magic of those things was the fact that it was practical effects. We've seen that particularly in Star Wars. JJ tried to bring some of those back with the new trilogy, bringing back practical effects. Like any new Aliens movie forgets the fact that like the original necromorphs were fucking puppets, like giant puppets with men inside of them. And, the CGI takes a little bit of the magic away. So my hope for this would be that they keep that in mind and have like a blend of practical and CGI. But yeah, get back to us in November, folks. We'll hopefully have watched this and we'll give our thoughts on it. But
Yep.
for now, let us know in the comments below what you thought of the Willow trailer. If you're excited for this, either as a person like Marvin who's never seen the original before or an old fan, let us know. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Check out our website, harshlanguage.tv, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.
Basta.